Keep up! Billy!
Sitting at the table when he doesn't think he's able, then he's high up in the sky, making people say, oh my! And when he's sitting in the bath, it takes him down a different path. It doesn't take him very long, so that we can sing our song, 'cause he's a... He's always swinging high. When he's dreaming, he can fly, 'cause he's...
Billy!
It was the day of Billy's school trip to the local boat museum.
I like school trips because we go on a big coach and Mum always puts an extra apple in my lunchbox.
Billy had a great time at the boat museum. He learned all sorts of interesting things about sailing ships and the Navy.
But my favourite bit was a bit about pirates.
Billy wondered what it would be like to meet a pirate.
I'm Able Seaman Billy, and I've got a little boat what I sail the 7 seas in. Sometimes I have amazing adventures. Once I had to fight a giant squid. Another time I met a gorgeous mermaid with yellow hair.
But today, Billy was searching for pirates.
They're really naughty because they steal other people's boats and stuff.
Pirates also have very scary names like Captain Not Very Nice and Captain Black Eye. Some of them have parrots on their shoulders and tattoos of women on their arms. Some of them have patches on their eyes and gold teeth or big earrings. And some of them have wooden legs. But one thing you can be sure of is that all pirates are greedy. Billy was minding his own business looking through his telescope when he saw a sailing ship with a skull and crossbones flag.
And was sailing towards me. It belonged to my worst enemy, Captain Horrible.
Captain Horrible was the greediest pirate on the seas, and it was Billy's job to catch him.
The pirate ship got nearer, and it was very big. But I wasn't scared. Well, not much anyway.
Then the pirate ship attacked. Unfortunately, Billy's pea shooter was no match for the pirates' cannons, and soon he was captured. The pirates pointed cutlasses at Billy and laughed wickedly.
Right then,
said Captain Horrible.
let's see what you've got in your pockets.
He turned out Billy's pockets. There was a packet of sweets and a secret treasure map showing where Billy kept his pocket money. Captain Horrible was very pleased.
Hey, that's mine, I shouted.
But Captain Horrible wouldn't give it back. He just hid it down his pants where it would be safe. Then he told Billy that he was his prisoner forever because he needed someone to do his chores for him. Billy's first job was to clean the ship's oven. It was filthy, even by pirate standards, and it took him ages to get it clean.
After about 10 hours, I'd finished, and Captain Horrible came back to inspect my work.
"'S not bad,"
said Captain Horrible.
"But now I'm hungry, and I've finished your sweets. I want you to bake me a cake."
Billy was really fed up by now, and his arm was aching from all the cleaning, but there was no way to escape.
I looked in the cupboard to find some ingredients, but all I found was sardines and a cannonball.
Billy was wondering how he could make a cake from these ingredients when he suddenly had a brilliant idea.
If it worked, I would be able to get my treasure map back and escape, but the cake came first. I used the ingredients and anything else I could find, like sand, feathers, snot, toenail clippings, lard and earwax.
Then Billy mixed it in a giant bowl and put it in the oven to bake. Later that day, Captain Horrible came back to see if Billy had finished.
I pulled the cake out of the oven. It was so big it nearly weighed as much as me.
Captain Horrible smelled it and asked what sort of cake it
It's
was.
called an anchor cake, I said, because it's so heavy.
The horrid pirate took a huge mouthful and chewed it slowly. He said,
It's delicious.
and he ate the lot. When he'd finished, Captain Horrible rubbed his stomach.
Oh, I'm so full, I can hardly
Then he tried to leave, but when he got to the door, he found he was too big to get through. He pushed and pushed, but it was no use.
Suddenly there was a ripping sound and his trousers burst, which meant everybody could see his bottom.
Captain Horrible was so embarrassed, he didn't notice Billy's treasure map fall out of his pants.
So I picked it up and ran off to escape.
Captain Horrible was furious and shouted for his crewmen to help.
Crewman, help!
Soon they were chasing Billy all over the ship.
At one point, a pirate with 2 wooden legs tried to grab me, but I managed to dive into the sea just in time.
As Billy swam, he heard angry voices behind him. It was Captain Horrible and his men.
Somehow he managed to get free and find some new trousers. Now they were rowing after me in a tiny boat.
It was lucky for Billy that pirates aren't very clever. Captain Horrible was so heavy, he was sinking the pirate's boat. Then he realized that he couldn't swim, and neither could any of the other pirates.
How silly. The pirates shouted for me to help them.
Help! Help! We can't swim! Save us, Billy!
So able seaman Billy swam back towards the pirate ship and rescued the pirates one by one. When they were all back on board, Billy tied them to the mast.
I'm taking you back home to jail, I said. And then the 7 seas will be safe from horrible pirates forever.
When Billy got back to port, he was rewarded by the Queen for his bravery.
I got a medal and a big bag of sweets. Hooray!
All of a sudden, Billy found himself on the school coach on his way home. Mrs. Moores asked Billy if he enjoyed the boat museum.
Oh yes, I said, but I feel a bit seasick.
Mrs. Moores laughed and gave Billy one of her travel sweets to make him feel better. It was a lemon one, Billy's favourite.
So all in all, it was a pretty good trip.